We're here at Ilpor de Idiomas, and today we're going to show you a school where you can learn Portuguese, Spanish, and English. It's based here in Asuncion, Paraguay. We're going to walk you through the course options, how many hours, and much more. So let's have a look inside and give you the details. Okay, so now we are inside one of the classrooms and I'm here with Marta and she will explain to me a couple things here. So first of all, can you tell us what can you learn at your school? Like what languages, and just if you can give us a little bit of information on that.
Okay, here at Ilpor we offer Spanish, Portuguese and English courses, okay? Foreigners, English speakers particularly, they can learn Spanish if they want to, and also Portuguese.
Well, when we spoke before privately, you told me that not a lot of people are learning Spanish here yet. There are people that are learning more English and Portuguese, and Spanish is just like starting to kick off here, right? Because a lot of people are looking to leave Paraguay, so they need more languages, right? They're looking to go to like Brazil or someplace, that's why they're that's where they're trying to learn Portuguese. And obviously English is always needed, right? So do you want to fill us in here, just what type of courses you have available? Let's say someone from our audience, you want to come to Paraguay and you don't speak any Spanish at all. How would that work? What's available here in terms of courses and stuff?
So the courses can be personalized and according to their learners' skills and needs. And could be personalized courses, could be group courses, online, on-site courses, and we do send teachers to companies, to their homes, or they can have on-site classes here at Ilpor as well. So depending on the time, the schedule can be arranged, also the time and the intensity. Could be regular classes once a week, intensive classes twice a week, and then we have super intensive, if they want to, could be more 3 or 4 times a week. So it depends on how much faster they want to learn or what are the goals and specifically to learn the language.
I think you brought up some good points here. So if you want to come here and say you have a family, because there are clients of ours who have kids and stuff, so you pointed out the option of homeschooling, which is interesting, because potentially the parents don't have time to bring the kids here, pick them up again, or stay here. That's a lot of time. So what some of you guys would prefer doing is just have you go to their home and teach right there. It's just more efficient. And so in terms of starting out here, because a lot of you guys watching this video, you don't really speak any Spanish, and so you're looking to get started here. So is this beginner friendly, where you would say that, hey, if you don't speak any Spanish at all, you can probably learn something here?
Absolutely. You can start Spanish from scratch, from beginners, and then move forward from there to intermediate and then advanced, hopefully, very quickly, because whenever you are in a Spanish-speaking country, you will speak faster, necessarily. So I think, yes, absolutely, it is very friendly for beginners. So we usually assess first in how much Spanish you know or don't know, and then we base the lessons on that and on how much Spanish they need to start the lessons with.
So what you told me before is that if they were to come here, how it works is that they do the online test outside here, which takes how long? 30 minutes, 45 minutes, so our audience can get a bit of a picture in terms of how much time they're looking at.
The online tests are usually more for Portuguese or English. Spanish, there are also online tests for that, but if you want to learn from the beginning, from beginner level, and there's no need to do the test. So you just start from zero. Now, if you feel like you have a little bit of Spanish already and you want to take the level test, then you take it, and then we'll start planning for your lessons, or for their lessons in that case.
And teachers here are very patient, I guess. You are a very patient person, and I think that's important, And what's cool about Paraguay, which we have pointed out in our videos in the past, is that I feel like this is a country where you're really forcing yourself to learn Spanish, because if you're out there on the streets, if you're out here on the streets, right, almost nobody speaks English. You run across some people here and there, but a lot of people don't speak any English at all, right? So this is I think the fast track to learning a language where you're really forcing yourself, where the environment is forcing you to to really, do it, where you can't really like budge and, be like, hey, I can get by with English here, I can kind of swindle my way through this. It's not the case in Paraguay, is it?
Not that much, but I mean, if you don't speak Spanish at all, people will help you regardless. That's very clear. But yes, it's a very fast way of learning, because wherever you go and you have to speak or try to use the language, the supermarket, hospital, or any other facility that you use here in Paraguay, most places, they do speak Spanish only. Also Guarani, because we are a bilingual country, but English is not considered a third language yet. So in that case, Spanish is the only way to get along or get through any activities that you want to do every day. And yeah, but either way, people will help you in any way, and if you do not have the skills yet to communicate in Spanish. So it's a very friendly country in that sense.
I think so. Like, people here, they don't really punish you when you screw up, which happens to me a lot. Like, when I'm out there and I'm, speaking Spanish, I do get very anxious and, stuff, because it's not super easy. But I feel like the people here are quite patient when, you're talking Spanish and stuff, even though I feel like their accent is often hard to understand in some cases, or in many cases, but it can depend. I'm sure that's not the case with you, but like sometimes when I'm out there, I'm ordering food, and I'm like, what the hell did you just say? I didn't understand anything. But yeah, that's cool. So you said the school is open from Monday to Saturday. That's here. That's the physical location. We're going to post the information below the video. And then you also told me that, when we spoke before privately, that on Sunday you do online classes. So if you're interested in that, let's say you don't have time, or you want to do like 8 hours a week, 5 are here, 6 are here, and maybe do a few more on Sundays. So that's available. Do you want to explain a little bit about that maybe?
Well, and the schedule, as I mentioned before, and it's based on the learner's need. If they want to have once a week, 1 hour a week classes, or twice a week, or 3 hours. If you don't have time during the week, you can have classes on weekend, and we arrange that. We look for teachers who have the same availability. So we base your needs, and then we look for a teacher that can enrich those needs. Could be Sunday classes, online classes, on-site to your house, to your home or office. So it's up to actually how comfortable you are. Like, you're gonna be comfortable anyways. So you decide when you want to have the classes and how intensive you want to have the classes, how many hours and how many times a week. So we look for professionals that are available those times, and then we reach to an agreement, and then we start the lessons.
Excellent. Very well explained. So we're now here. This is the outdoor area. Whenever there's a break, people come here. People sit here, chit chat and stuff. So barbecue too. And there's another classroom here. Sure. So as you can see, plenty of space here to accommodate up to probably 20 people. So if you're into that, if you're into socializing and stuff, then this is probably where you would want to be learning Spanish.